Hello, everyone. My name is Perry. This is the 69th episode of BPerryFilms Podcast. On today's episode, I will be going over my vision board for 2025. We're in a new year, we're in a new space, and I just want to go through the process of how I create my vision board and what I have planned for this year and get rid of from last year. So I'm a very visual person, so I write things down. So I went into my journal and I started writing down some things that I didn't enjoy doing last year or didn't accomplish, and things that were obstacles that I can probably persevere through this year. And then for this year, I just want to keep evolving and finding ways to get closer to fuller fulfillment. I'm in a new chapter in my life, I'm getting older, and things need to go accordingly. So I feel like I want to be more in control of the things that I do, the things that I accomplish, the risks that I'm willing to take, and just be a part of that movement. And I encourage everyone to create their own vision boards. This is my fourth one that I have done, and I appreciate everyone who's been watching my channel since I first started a long time ago. And thank you for people that are on this new channel that I started roughly almost a year ago. And it's been very rewarding. I've been able to create content that I enjoy and building a new audience, building new lessons, holding on to new skills and new challenges that may come my way. So let's get to the vision board. So this is my vision board. I am very creative. So I came up with the word art. Art is basically a movement that I'm going to be releasing in the next month or two. It's the next module, and I want to feel closer to my audience and be closer to myself. Like I said, I journal a lot. I'm getting into meditation. I'm learning how to develop new ideas and learn how to advocate for myself more effectively and making sure that I accomplish the goals that I want to. So the first thing that I want to implement is meditation. I think it's necessary. I remember when I started my podcast, everyone asked me, what do I do for myself? I've been very giving, helping out people with their businesses, helping people with their marketing, helping people with films, shooting projects, and implementing new strategies. But I feel like I haven't had time for myself. So self-care starts with meditation, and it's part of your daily routine. Well, for me, I try to do it at least 2 or 3 times a week for at least 10 minutes. Anything longer than that, I start getting distracted. A little bit of noise just distracts me. So I feel like whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes just to be in a dark room or a darkly lit room will help me get into channeling with my body and what does it want, how can I repair it, and how do I provide nutrients to it. So that's something that I want to implement. Another thing I want to do is travel more. This will be my first time going outside the country. I want to go to Bermuda, and I definitely want to go to Canada, especially for my next birthday. So we'll see how everything falls into place. And everyone knows that I am a Chase member, so I can get some rewards. I can get some more cash back and actually save and get some discounts using the Chase rewards portal on flights, hotels, and right here, this is the Chase Lounge. So people who arrive early to their flight, you can go take a shower, go get some food, just relax, have access to Wi-Fi. Kind of reminds me of WeWork, but more professional. Not saying that WeWork isn't, but more for people who have a certain status. I remember when I first started my new job outside of BPerryFilms, I said I wanted to become a Chase member. I wanted to buy a new computer, just little things that would help me get to where I want to be. And for that, I reward myself. I'm learning that it's okay to splurge on things that add value to you. And it's okay to spend money as long as you do it on moderation and pay back. A lot of people, when they get a credit card, they max it out and their credit score goes down. So I'm learning to be smart, making sure that I can pay it within the certain window. I know most of these cards, whether it's the Freedom card, the Flex card, the Preferred card, I have links to these in my description box. But being a member of any card, even if it's American Express, Capital One, Discover, or on a secure card, it's important for you to pay off your balance on time. And if you have that zero intro perk where you get like 6 months off, a year off, 18 months off, it's necessary for you to divide that amount by that number of months so you know this is how much you have to pay minimally. But you want to always pay more so you get into the habit of paying off debt a lot faster and avoid implementing interest, because interest can eat you up, especially people who have loans. I owe over $100,000 in student loans. The original price was $230,000, but thanks to scholarships, donations, grants, I was able to lower it down. And most of my debt is interest. I think my loans came out to $65,000 and the rest is interest. So you can see how fast it accrues over time. I definitely want to get into dance. This is where I first started. This is how BPerryFilms first started. I developed my business plan when I was 16 years old, and I just spent years revising it. I wrote over 12 business plans, and BPerryFilms and Artistic Creator Academy are maybe like 5 of those business plans put together into multiple businesses. Dance is where I get my creativity. Being a choreographer was something that I was very passionate about, especially at a young age. I remember going to see the Nutcracker for the first time at age 3, and I was just like, I want to be just like them, tell stories, and have the spotlight on me. So my parents enrolled me in ballet, modern, jazz, tap, and as the years went by, we just kept adding more styles, martial arts, and much more. And it just developed my ideas and creativity. And then my stepping stone to get into choreography was after seeing Revelations from the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater. And I thought it was essential that I keep practicing, keep hustling, finding ways to make money. At age 8, I started putting productions at home, lighting, costumes, set designs, music. Everything was coming out of my pocket. So all that money that I was using from chores was getting reinvested into my company. And I was charging $10 for kids and $20 for adults, and they would come see my performances every year. Food was provided and stuff like that. It was just a fun way to start entrepreneurship without even knowing what entrepreneurship was. But that was my early stages. I definitely want to start paying off my student debt. No more deferments. I want to start paying more than the minimum, but I want to make sure that I'm on an income repayment plan so I'm not overexerting myself, because no one got time to be paying $800 a month or more for student loans, especially if you don't have the money. And you got to pay rent, you got to pay for electricity, your phone bill, hair care, all these other things that come with your expenses, grooming, transportation. You know, there's a lot of bills that everybody has. And I remember when I was applying for a grant and someone had told the whole audience that they owed $20,000 in student loans, and that was their flat total. They were crying on stage, and I felt like this is not relatable because you can pay that off within a year or two. Well, many of us have student loans that are like $50,000, if not more. And it kind of distracted away from the other people who were trying to apply for this grant that would help them excel in their education. And I do have a master's degree, so you can imagine a lot of people not wanting to donate to that. So you rely on your employer. For self-care, I want to get into cosmetology. I want to learn more about hair. If anyone's been following me on YouTube, I've been using Sacred for the past 6 months. It's been working wonders. My mom's using Fenty hair. We're just trying out different products based off our hair type and also allergies. But it's been working for me. I have seen a lot of month retention. I have seen a lot of growth and a lot of transformation. And for people who will want to invest in it, just be mindful that it will not work on all hair types, even though that they want to cater to it. But just be mindful that if you're looking for something vegan, it's not vegan because the main ingredient is honey. For people who want to use this on tightly coiled hair, be cautious because your hair could get really frizzy. If your hair is not compatible for it, just think of it like deodorant or fragrances, like your colognes and perfumes. Not everything's going to work for everyone, so keep that in mind. Another thing I want to do with the course is that I want to learn how to do my own hair. So just in case I'm on a budget or if I'm out of town for a month or two at a time and I don't have access to a hairdresser, and you can't trust everyone with your hair or doing your facial hair, I think it's essential for everyone to know how to groom themselves. And I enjoy going to the barbershop. I enjoy going to the salon and getting that full experience. It takes you to a whole new world. And over this past year, I have been investing in that. I like to be pampered. I'm sure plenty of you who are watching this video like to be pampered as well. But it's all about prioritizing and being able to educate yourself on what's going on and what people are doing to your hair so you can understand how to treat it at home to maintain that length, to maintain that growth, and all those opportunities that go with it. I have a blog on Substack that talks about understanding healthy hair. No matter what your texture is, everybody has different needs based off their porosity, their hair type, their diets, their genetics. There's so many factors that go into play, and what you're eating affects how your hair grows and how it maintains its health and shine. On the business side, I want to focus on my own rubric of productivity. So I came up with a whole concept called the BLP motivational scale. So we have people starting off at the lazy. Don't take it offense, but we all go through either the lazy, the procrastinator, the motivated, or the productivity guru in something, whether it's cooking, whether it's cleaning, whether it's grooming, whether it's traveling. There's something that we don't like doing, and there's something that we're just not skilled at. And then there's things that we're really passionate about that we feel like we're an expert in. So there's no judgment. So when I think of the lazy, I think of me when it comes to cooking. I know how to make basic meals because I went to college. So learning how to improvise, whether it's ramen, making sides along with your meats and stuff like that, and improvising to make it through the school year, I think is essential. And then for procrastinating, I know some people don't like to read, but it's very important to educate yourself on what's going on in the economy or getting that creative flow. It's just amazing how you can learn so much just from opening up a book or a database or investing in libraries. Like the libraries here, they have all types of events, so many different cultural channels for people to be a part of, and it brings the community together. So I think it's essential. And then we have the motivated, how I'm trying to stay motivated, paying off my debt, how I'm investing in self-care, self-love, and self-reflection. These are important things that you have to master or should master in your lifetime. And sometimes it might take you your whole life just to understand your wants and your needs. But that's part of the process. And then productivity, I feel like I'm a very creative person. I don't really get burnt out when it comes to creativity, but I do get burnt out having to rely on people to do certain things. So I'm learning to have people become more self-efficient. Then we have collaboration. I feel like I'm giving more than I'm receiving. So I feel like I want to be a part of more podcasts, whether it's on television. Yes, I have been on TV, and I have been in a couple newspapers before on the cover. And I want to showcase my craft and what my interests are and what I'm passionate about to get other people set on their feet, accomplish their goals a lot faster, and encourage people that there's opportunities for you. Just because it's happening for someone a lot faster doesn't mean that's not going to happen for you. But it's part of our journey, it's part of our perspective, it's part of our growth. Also, I would like to collaborate with certain brands. Like, it would be nice to collaborate with Sacred because I've been using their products and I've been recommending it to some people. Some people have positive reviews, some people have negative reviews, but that's just like any other hair brand, whether it's As I Am, Olaplex, Jam Moisture, VO5, Bronner Brothers, just so many brands out there. that are celebrity owned or black owned, Asian owned, white owned. It doesn't matter who it is, but as long as the products work, that's the main focus. I want to work with Metricool because I've been using them to help me schedule my posts as a person that's on the go and very limited on time and get very little sleep. I loved having access to Metricool because it helps me format my thoughts a lot smoother. It gives me access to my Facebook, my LinkedIn, my Twitter, my Threads, so many different platforms all at once. And I can just maneuver through. And then I'm learning scheduling posting gives you access to your analytics, being able to see what your competitors are doing, seeing what you could implement, figure out which hashtags are pushing out a lot more. And I'm gonna miss TikTok because that's my platform for growth and connecting with my audience a little bit more effectively. I feel like with YouTube, everything has to be more staged, while TikTok, I can be more creative, more relaxed, and just have a more personal conversation with them and just say, today's a beautiful day, listen to the birds chirping, and, I don't have to worry about losing followers. On some platforms, if I post something so nice and relaxed, I might lose a whole bunch, which happened to me in real life. I lost 20 followers on Instagram just for saying it was a beautiful day. But that's here nor there, but some people don't like that. Also, I would like to collaborate with QuickBooks a lot more. I want to get them to do a webinar presentation and educate people on the importance of finance. Same thing with Chase Bank, because with them, I've been able to financially become more stable and understand my analytics of what products and services do I need to implement. And I'm learning to think like the wealthy. Most of them use credit cards to pay for everything and pay their bills on their debit card in full. However, you have to be mindful that you don't go over your budget. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, be mindful of the interest rates and all the things that occur. I want to collaborate with some institutions for my course, Creating an Effective Business Plan, down here. And this course is just wonderful. I have seen a lot of people transform their thoughts. I've seen a lot of people become implementers and go-getters from taking the course. And I recommend it for many people because it's your stepping stone. You can't apply for grants. You can't apply for loans. You can't apply for anything without a business plan. When you try to start a business without a business plan, you end up being lost, stuck, and confused. And it's always evolving. Just because you have one version written down doesn't mean that it can't change. Your perspectives can't change and stuff like that. It's your creative flow. Every day you're revising yourself. Every day you learn something that you didn't know 10 minutes ago, a year ago, a month ago. It doesn't matter how long it was, but you always learn something new. Just think of yourself just like that child being a student in that classroom, but with people who have similar experiences as you, if not more. And goal setting is something that I'm most passionate about. Then I have the YouTubers Create Workbook, and I think it's essential for every creator to start out with that. It's not solely just for YouTube. You can use this on your Lemonade, you can use this on your TikTok, your Instagram, and it basically helps you format your ideas, come up with a brand vision and brand story and identity. Because sometimes people lose themselves with their niches, and when they try to go outside of it, people don't subscribe, people don't invest in it, people don't believe in that vision. But I always say mix it up a little bit. Do 2 videos per month of videos that your audience may want. Then 2 videos a month of videos that you may like, and just mix it up. Or start posting every other week, how I originally started, then post every week. Now I post twice a week on various platforms. I grew my LinkedIn just by posting on YouTube, and I don't really market my LinkedIn. So that showed you a lot, and I was able to become Alignable Small Business Person of the Year of 2024, and hopefully I'll become one for 2025. And I want to dedicate this award to my grandmothers, because without them, I don't think I would have been as successful as I was when it came to being direct with my intentions. They always say, speak up and don't be afraid to ruffle some feathers, because that's the only way that people will listen and understand what your vision is. And I always implemented that, and I always push everyone beyond their limit, because that's how I was taught. If you feel tired, then everybody has to feel tired. But as long as a choreographer still has energy, you should all have energy. And it just shows you your work level. And I remember practicing and rehearsing for 8 hours a day, sometimes 10 hours if there was a performance coming on. I would show up early to rehearsals, be the last one to leave during the tech rehearsals. I'm always the first one and the last one to leave, because I want to know everything about the show. I want to feel the experience. I sit in different areas of the venue just to see how the audience may see and perceive the work. And right here is a picture of me editing a video. And it was a fun photo shoot because I got to show people behind the scenes of what I do. I don't always show videos of what I do because it would be overwhelming for people, because I do a lot. But it was just nice showing like a raw, authentic shot. And I want to give a shout out to one of my photographers, especially when I first started, Desi Roberts. He's worked with Barack Obama, Biden, Joe Biden, Muhammad Ali, myself, and he has been working in the film industry for decades, and he's worked with so many different celebrities, and he's definitely worth the money. So I really recommend him. I want to do more speaking engagements, whether it's at institutions, social gatherings. Being on TV has really helped me channel my thoughts, and having this podcast has helped me build a confidence that I need to get in front of the camera and present to you each day. And every day is a different opportunity. And then my goal for this year is to receive $40,000 in profit for my business so I can focus on hiring staff. I just hired my first employee, and he's a digital marketer, so he's going to be doing a lot of video content, graphic designing. We're going to be looking at analytics to see how we can improve on each platform and, get him his clientele that he needs and master skills that the business may need as a holistic lens. But I think a mixture of self-care, being creative, being innovative, being alert at all times will help you persevere through many obstacles, many challenges that you may come by. And every day will be a different experience. Sometimes it's not necessary for you to respond at that very moment, but there will be opportunities for you to grow and develop. So be creative, be collaborative, be a risk taker, be a job seeker. You are in control to a certain extent. Like I said, there's our external factors that stop you from growth, whether it's your experience, whether it's your education, whether it's your knowledge, whether it's your mindset. All these different things add up to who you can possibly be. So I recommend courses like Create an Effective Business Plan. If you want to start your own business, turn that hobby into a business, especially if you're getting out of high school, getting ready for college, or you decide that college isn't for you, Create an Effective Business Plan is a great course for you. There's 10 modules. I highly recommend. And then for people who want to get on social media or start their own blog, the YouTubers Create Workbook. It'll help you formulate it. It's 14 pages. I recommend it. And you have access to my library of different tools and resources, whether it's software, gear, all those things are included. And you can follow me at the BPerryFilms Experience on YouTube, Instagram and TikTok, BPerryFilms, Lemon8 BPerryFilms, and also on LinkedIn, Bobby L. Perry. So I want to say thank you for listening to me and helping me become more self-aware and providing more self-care to myself and being creative at things that I want to do. And Everything starts with a piece of paper. That pen to paper. Just like my pens that I sell. These are selling like hotcakes. But everything starts with pen to paper, and it will help you achieve your goal more faster. And then visualize it, get it on this piece of paper like a vision board, and reflect on the past, but implement a new future for yourself. Have a good day.